Relive. Alright, so the image there is going to be my. So this is going to be radio power, and that's just going to be that object there. So I'm going to get rid of that. Remove component. Get rid of that. Do I need canvas renderer on an empty game object? Okay, empty. No, I don't. So, okay, radio power. So add another image, and this is going to be the actual radio power itself. So I'm going to make this the, I think if I make this the background, and then that shows on top. So go to my UI, and I don't have anything in here. So I've exported that. So that's going to be export, save for web legacy, save. Oh, I put it in explosions again, that's why. Ugh. Ugh. So I'll put that in UI, and then make those 2.25, apply, and then make this the background. So if I make this image the background, that there, and then this is a filled, and then it's radial 180 from the bottom, so it's going to go like that. And then if I add another image, UI image on top of that, and then change the sprite to this, there we go. And so now if I change, this is going to be my radio power gauge. Radio power, let's call it radio power. When if I zoom in on this, when this gets depleted, it's going to go like that. But I still need to have something behind it. So that's the radio power there. So I need to have a black image behind it. So I'm going to change, add something in here. That there. Export. Save. And then I'm going to save that as radio power backing. Okay. And then I'm going to create another UI element in here. I'm going to add that to panel. I'm going to call this radio power as well. And then this is going to be radio power gauge. And then I'm going to drag that behind there, and then radio power is going to have a backing of 0. And apply. So radio power is going to be that. So now when I alter this gauge here, it's going to go and you end up with a black background, which is what I want. Now what I could do is I could have that as like a separate background there, but that's good enough. It's, you get the idea. So there's my radio power. What I want to do though is I want to also have that masked up there. Now I think I can do the image fill binding is that, and then it converts it to the property name, which is that there. Okay, so if I have so the default for that gauge is going to be 0, and then if I add image fill binding, I drag that across into here, and I I call this radio? Is it radio? Yeah, it's radio. It's radio. Okay. Excuse me. I have to get a drink of water. So as soon as I add a battery to this, the gauge will start going up. Again, I don't have any, there's no other checks other than to add that in there. It's all bound. So I think that's okay. Okay, let's give it a try. Right. So I need to find, okay, there's batteries down here. And this is also on the way to radio's over here. So if I add this to the radio now, we should start adding and that there. So format input string was not in the correct. What is it trying to do? Image fill binding. CS. Okay. I did think that would be wrong. Image fill binding. Okay. So get component and then get binary converter. Okay. So that is alright, well, let's make it easy for ourselves then. Let's just have that as being an integer. And we'll make that an integer as well. And then we will add 100 to there. 100, change that to 0, and change that to 0. And then, where's this all referenced? This is referenced in here. Plus equals volts, so the volts is going to be 33. And the voltage loss is now going to be 3. Okay. So, it should all just work. Okay, I'm down here and somewhere in here. Oh, it's up there. Ah, it's miles away. What I should do is I should have like a teleport system for debug, so I can just move straight to there. So maybe what I could do is I could just click on the map and it just takes me kind of roughly to that area. I'll make that idea. Okay, so we're in here somewhere. Probably pick up some batteries actually. Alright. Can't destroy the batteries. Past these. And then when we add this, there you go, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's added that in there. So now what we need to do is we need to have it so that the radio is always constantly moving down. So that's start coroutine there. Start coroutine deplete 1 down battery. Let's call it 1 down battery. And it'll have target numerator 1 down battery while let's just make it the same as the oxygen one, because when the oxygen gets to 0 you're dead, and that's it. And we'll do that next. we'll do the game over part for oxygen. Okay, so we get stats oxygen there, and then I want to say yield return new for seconds constants dot energy dot, and then this is going to be battery loss. Batteries minus equals constants dot energy dot battery. What's that? Voltage loss. Voltage loss. Okay, and then we'll go to here. So we get battery loss. Should make a battery loss time. So oxygen loss time. So let's make that battery loss, just so we can get rid of that error there, and then we can say delay. Let's change it to delay, and we'll change that to delay as well, so that we kind of get the idea of that. All right, okay. And so player stats, and then we'll have public bool player is dead, get return is dead. Actually, we just need to have is dead. Set is dead equals value on property changed is dead. And semicolon there, and then a bool there. So right now he's not dead. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this to be, we're going to bind this to, how are we going to do this? Okay, I think we can bind this to something. I think we can bind this. Then we do this. Okay. So what I want to do is, I want to bind it to a I want to bind it to another property, maybe. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, we need to do that. Okay. Right, so this will deplete the battery over time. So when the battery is 0, it doesn't matter. It's dead. We can still win the game. We just need to be able to get out of there. Okay, so this is back up again. So I need to go all the way over here. And here. So the oxygen supply is quite depleted. And then down here, and then the radio should be down here. So when we start adding things to it, you should see that after like a second and a half. No, that's not working. Why is that not working? Controller. Attach Unity. Back to here. Okay, so that's hitting that. 3 batteries is minus 97. Batteries. Oh, that's why, because it's got to be radio. It's radio. So it's going to be run down radio. So I'm going to run down the radio, run down batteries. Batteries are required for that. Sorry about that. It's constantly talking. It's going for me there. Okay, so we decrement the oxygen there. Run down the radio, and then that's after the battery loss decay, which I'm going to change to maybe every 3 seconds, something like that. So every 3 seconds we lose a certain amount of power, and then eventually we run out of all power. We run out of the batteries. So you really need to keep the batteries going. Maybe we'll fix it so that we can have like a if you have the battery out for more than a certain number of minutes, then they can't signal or something. I don't know. And it's really just resource gathering, that's all. So where is this? So really, I should have go down here, along here, pick up a my battery's not showing. Yep. So battery's there. So every 3 seconds this is slowly depleting. Add one there. Add another one there. Add one there. So it shouldn't let you add a battery. Well, maybe it should actually. You shouldn't be adding a battery. Make it that way. And okay. Running out of oxygen. It's a tough. Actually, this is just a tough game. Because your oxygen gets depleted quite quickly. Much more so than your batteries do. Whew. It's a workout, this game. And the radio. I don't have any trees this way. Yeah, I might have to lighten up the old constants here. Okay, so oxygen decay, I think every two seconds, and then movement cost. I'm going to make that 2 as well, so that every time you actually no, that movement cost is 5. That's good enough. And then yeah, that should be okay. Okay, so when you run out of it's game over. So I'm going to create another canvas here, UI, and then this is going to be canvas, and then this is going to be game over canvas. And I'm going to add a canvas group to it because what I want to do is let me create a 1920 1080. I just want to fill it in there. So this is going to be game over graphic. actually this is, yeah, game over graphic. It's just going to be the game over graphic. And then I want to export this. And then this is going to be PNG UI game over graphic. And my game over canvas is going to have a UI, which is going to be an image, which is going to be this and this. And actually, I could probably just go away with just having it black. I don't really need that. I don't know what I was thinking there. And okay, and then right in the middle here, I'm just going to have like a skull and crossbones. So the nice thing though is I can go grab this alpha and then fade it out there like that. So I can actually fade this in quite nicely. So that's what I'm going to do when I am ready to do this. So this is going to be background. And then on top of the background, I'm going to create an image, and then that image is going to be like a skull and crossbones type thing up there. And then I'm going to create a piece of text. Viewed asphyxiated. Is that how you spell asphyxiated? Asphyxiated? Yeah, asphyxiated. Okay, so that is that. That is there, and then the font is regular 72. Let's make it 96. Maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah, we'll send to there, send to there. Do. So I think we'll have two buttons. We'll have a game over and then a play again button. So I'm going to have a UI add UI button, and then this is going to be the game over button. Game over button. Main menu button. So the main menu button is going to be play again, should be on the left hand side. Play again, and then the text for that is going to be play again. Play again, and it is going to be that font again. Okay, 72. So that's that there. This is going to be centered up there. This is going to be centered up there. This button here is going to be down here. And then this other button is going to be centered over here. And this is going to be main menu. Main menu, okay. Okay. So this is going to be That's the oxygen death canvas, for lack of a better phrase. And this is going to have an alpha of 0 to start with. And then it's going to be that there, I think. This is going to be in-game UI. So in-game UI. Right. So I'm going to create another controller that I don't have to hive everything off onto here. So where are we? Scripts, environment, game. I want to have game canvas controllers. So that's a game canvas controller. Renewed. So game canvas controller. So the game canvas controller is public in-game canvas group in-game UI public canvas group oxygen death. Okay, so public void do oxygen death, and then this is going to be start coroutine swap canvas, and then the swap canvas is going to be the in-game UI with oxygen death, and then I want to set this to be true, and true just means that it's going to disable the canvas when it's finished. So swap canvas true, and then it's going to take 1 second. So I'm going to generate this method here. So that's private enumerator, canvas group is that. And then this is duration, and then this is disable equals false. So we'll disable that at the end there. So float time equals 0f, while time is less than 1f. Float alpha equals 0f, alpha plus equals time dot delta time divided by duration. And actually, let's make that equal to 1f as well, because we might as well just put that in there. Okay, so alpha to that. So that means that our first, second, so our first is equal to 1f minus first dot alpha equals 1f minus alpha, and then our second dot alpha equals alpha, the actual alpha value. If alpha greater than 1f, alpha equals 1f. Okay, and then after that's figured out, I'm going to make sure that is that. So the first one is going to be 0f, and it's going to be 1f, and that's going to be yield return new wait for yield return, no, just wait to the next tick. And then I'm going to say if disable first dot game object dot set active false, and that will kill everything there. Okay. And because this is an image, it covers everything else, so we don't need to worry about anything else. Okay. And that should be that. Game canvas controller. Okay. So our game controller, component type of, and again, we don't need to have this all in one object. We can actually have it in separate objects, but it just makes life a little bit easier, especially when we're doing a jam. So in here, this is going to be our game canvas controller. So our in-game UI is going to be our in-game UI, and our oxygen death canvas is going to be that. Okay, now our constants. I did oxygen loss delay is 0. I'm going to make that 0.5f because I want to see it going down really fast, so that we can actually see if we can get this to fail. Okay, so or get it to run out. So our oxygen is going to deplete, and the more we run around, the faster it depletes. Depleting. Floor is lava. So eventually we get to the point where it's 0. You know what would be good is if we actually did something about it. Okay. So in our game controller, we have an enum down here, which is while it's equal to that, do that, and then what we can do is we can say our game canvas controller and this is canvas controller get component canvas controller canvas controller. Then in here we do oxygen death. So once we hit 0 for oxygen, you're dead. It is game over. We can no longer play this game. Okay, so we're wandering around here. Every 5 steps it depletes a little bit more. So eventually we should run out of oxygen, and then we should get a fade in. You asphyxiated. There you go. You're dead. Oh yeah, we need to scale that. Whoops. Oh dear. Made that mistake. So that is 1920 by 1080. This is probably going to break everything. 0.5. Okay, so if I make this alpha 1, it's all screwed up. Let's make that there. That there. Okay. And then turn that off just now. And then this main menu goes over here-ish. And then that goes over to here. So if we rescale this, this should work. Okay, that's perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we can make that a little bit bigger as well. There. Okay. Use fixated play again. Kooky. Right, I'm going to take a wee quick break. Okay, so this is going to be 27 by 27. G. And then it's kind of going to be a big scully type thing. So I'm going to have like a skull over here-ish. Like this. And then take two out there, two out there, two there. Okay. Now we want a kind of yellowy color-ish. Kind of that color. Kind of like that. And then maybe a kind of little darker. Okay. We can make them kind of. Oh no, I'm going dark as well. Something like that. Okay, it's good enough. And then I want a kind of skull and crossbonesy type thing over here. And then we're going to join them. Like that. And it's going to be the same kind of coloring as well. Right. And then I think what I want to do is I want to have take off from the edge here because it looks a bit too. Yeah. And do the same thing over here. That looks good. That looks alright. And we'll call that Boney. Okay. export, and then this goes into the UI as Boney, and then Boney is 1.25 again, and he is gonna be here. There you go, Boney. I'm gonna make him a bit pixely, so I don't want him to be point, no filter, apply. There you go, he looks better already. Perfect. Use fixated. Alright. It'd be nice if it was a bit thinner, but again, you can't really have. So that is main menu. Button. Again, button, and so on. Okay. And what I want to do now is I want to have a command binding. And then this is going to be our, like, well, not last one, but possibly the last one for the night. So command binding. So this is our binding base behavior, and then we want to override on awake, override on property change. Okay. So our command binding is on awake. We want to button equals get component button. So when we wake up, we want to get the button component of the object, and then we want to say button dot on click dot add listener actually, we don't want to do that on property changed. How do we want to do that? So yeah, we kind of do want to do that. We kind of do want to do that because I want to have an action, but what if there's a clear listeners? Remove all listeners. Okay, so there's a remove all listeners. That's good. And then I want to say action new listener equals get bound value action because I'm interested in the command there. So that should get that value across. So now I need to have different binding actions there. So my game canvas control, I can't have that in there. So what I need to do is I need to have something like a button controller. So my button controller environment, nope. I guess I can put it inside here, it's fine. Fine, I'll put it in here. Button, that would be game button controller. Okay, so game button controller, and then I'm going to do this is base property. Do I have a base? No. Why is that not working? Over here. It's got to recompile again. Okay, just suddenly lost IntelliSense there. Okay. There we go. Property changed behavior. Property change behavior. Yeah, that's the one. I notify property change. Okay. So this one I'm going to have a action. It's going to be action return to main menu, action play again, and then void start. Actually, it would be void awake. I think what I want to do is I want to have it to like initially pull that value in if it's already been set. So how am I going to do that? Because I want to have these command bindings set up, but I don't want to explicitly have them. I don't want to know about them. So it's a property change behavior. So when they get hooked up, I guess I do want this to be on start. Do I have an avoid now? Void start. And then this is going to be public action return to main menu command get return main menu set return to main menu equals value on property changed, and then it's whatever that value is. That there, which is this long-winded thing here. Okay, let me put this in a couple of lines so you can see it. Okay, so there's that one there, and we also want the play it again command. That's play again command, and then it's play again. Okay. And then on start, I want to say that return to main menu command equals scene manager dot load scene main menu, and then play again command equals scene manager dot load scene game. Is it called game? Did I call it game? I called it game. Actually, I called it game. So let's call that main menu just for consistency. And that's that. So that's the game button controller. So I'm going to have that as just a separate object. I'm going to create a new one here and call that game button controller. And this is going to be game button controller. And then the command binding, that's going to add that to there. And then I'm going to say button.onClick add listener, new listener. I have to do this. Oh, maybe I just need to do that. Okay. No, I need to do that. Oh. Oh. So I want to add a listener, which then calls this command, which is bound to this property, which means I don't have any code trying to go behind and all that kind of stuff. I just need to wire things up properly. Okay. So I don't have a main menu just now. So if we click on main menu and it fails, then that's good. If that makes any sense. So I've got that there. I've got my button script here, so I'm going to add a command binding to that, and I'm going to add a command binding to here. And target is my game button controller, which shouldn't have that on there. Drive component, that should be game button controller, that's it. So this one should have this, and then this one should have this as well. And then the properties it should have are return to main menu command. So main menu should have return to main menu command, and then play again command should be the play again command. Okay, so when we run this, and I click on main menu, it says the scene main menu could not be loaded because it has been added to the build settings. So we haven't done anything. We haven't added a peep, a dime, or anything to this. So when I click on this, it should reload the game, and that's exactly what it's done. And then I click on this again, and it should add that. It should keep adding that because it doesn't exist. Awesome. So that is our game button controller. So that means that we've kept the sort of logic separated out, I guess. Okay. I mean, it'd be nice to have a sort of generic way of doing this, but we don't really have that just now. Okay. So Oxygen Death Canvas, which is my heavy metal band name, by the way. It shouldn't be shown. So when we run this, we get that there actually. Oh no, my in-game UI is gone as well because I've turned it off. So if we just let the counter run down on this, we should eventually run out of oxygen, and then when we run out of oxygen, then it will be game over, and we're done at that point for oxygen death. We still need to, when the timer runs out, something needs to happen there as well. So either you have battery power in your radio, and oh, here we go. You asphyxiated. Wah wah. Main menu. Oh. Why did play again not work? Why did not work? Worked in the test. No, It did work. I bet you it's because in-game UI is still active. If I turn that off, yeah, that's what's happened. So in-game UI is still active even though I told it not to be active. So where's my canvas controller? Here we go. So disable, if disable, first .game object set active false. Let's just take off the defaults here. If disable, no. Disable true. Game UI, first disable, set active false. Okay. Let me check this out. See what everybody else is working on. LDJAM 39. Whoa. Wow. Oh yeah, it doesn't work because it's background. Whoops. Need to make those boxes bigger, or else they start to disappear. It's not a problem. What the deuce? It is just not. I don't think that's the answer, but I'm gonna leave it at that for one. No, it's still drawing it over the top. Canvas scaler. What is the difference between that and that? Default is the UI. That is UI. In-game is not UI. Yes, change all the children. So in-game UI, and that is not the same as that. Why is that not UI? So if I bring that to here, that still didn't bring it in front. Sort order 50. Okay, let me do it that way. All right. Once again with feeling. So it's all to do with sort orders. I think that's the takeaway from today. That battery's too squished. It's bugging me. And I don't like those palm trees because they still look like Sideshow Bob. Quite like the stick figure though. So there's that. I could make him super detailed, but I think I'm just going to have him as just like a little guy. I had this impression of having like a Ghibli type figure. I can't draw these. I can't draw anything. I can barely draw a breath. Um, so yeah, that's kind of gone out the window. So hopefully this will work. We can move on to something more interesting. Oh, you can see where the radio is. Okay, so that is there. We can click on main menu. Main menu all works, and then play again. We'll click on there. So you asphyxiated, and then play again. Takes you back there. Okay. So that's working. Where's the constants? So the constant says that. So oxygen loss to K is 2. So I'll make that back to 2. And let's see if they need anything else tidied up. Command bindings is all in there. Canvas controller is all in there. Game controller, what's game controller looking like these days? Replace with floor. Okay, I'll leave that in there. Still don't have any baddies. But what I'm going to do though is I am going to check this into source control. Yes. I didn't actually uninstall it, so I don't know why it's complaining. And I'm going to close down Unity just now to do this. Refresh. Okay, so that is there. LDJAM 39, and then this is going to be battery and radio, battery and radio power got in end of no oxygen death. So commit and commit that. And I'm gonna push that. And I don't want to select all, I just want that one. And push to there. Okay, all done. Right, what can we do now in half an hour? Okay, let's do a main menu. So the main menu, let's do a new scene, and then it's going to be UI, canvas, and it's on the UI layer. Why was the other one not in the UI layer? Canvas, and then I'm going to have a image, and right now this image is going to be, it's going to be stretched for a start. Oh no, keep doing this. Screen space overlay, and it's going to be scale with that. I want this to be 1920 by 1080. Match width or height, and 0.5. That's good enough. And then I want to put this in here. And then source image. I don't want a source image there. I just want this to be black. And then I still don't have a title for this. This is going to be stretched. UI text, and the text for this is going to be I've chosen this terminal font, and I'm just going to stick with it. And let's call this for lack of a better title, that's a terrible title, but it's going to have to do. And then the font size for this is just going to be waiting for the supply ship. 164, and then this is going to be up here-ish. But I kind of want it to be across the way as well. So it'd be that way. And that way, so that when we go into the game, it should scale correctly, and not waiting for the supply ship. Terrible. Okay, and then I want to have a UI button, and then this button here is going to be color is going to be black, and text is going to be that kind of that color there, and it is going to be called start new game. And again, I've got to use this font again, which is fine. It's okay. The source image, I am going to choose power radio backing, because I want it to be black. I don't want it to have any images in there as well. So the target graphic is going to be button. Okay. Fade duration, color, blah blah blah. Okay, that's fine. So start new game, and then the text is going to be over there. But the button itself is going to be slightly indented like that. So it's going to have that kind of oldie, kind of terminally type look. So yeah, it's going to look like that. Okay, so the button is going to be normal color. The highlighted color is going to be like a kind of greeny yellow, that kind of color. In fact, I'm going to add that as a preset. And then the pressed color is going to be that one, but slightly darker. And that's it. So when we call this main menu, and now we want to add this to the scenes as well. There's my cursor. Build settings, and we want to add open scenes, and I'm going to add my other scene here, which is game. Okay. Save scenes. So we run this. Why are you not clicking? I've got a funny feeling that that doesn't transition color tint sprite swap animation. See, I don't think it changes the text color, which is kind of poopy. Color material, recast target, yada. Okay, whatever. So this is start new game, and then this is going to be instructions, and then this is going to be quit to OS. So that is going to be quit to OS, and this is going to be instructions, and that's going to be starting your game. Okay, so save scenes. Waiting for supply ship, start new game, instructions, quit to OS. Okay. I wonder. What if I can get like a maybe there's a button in here. Button scripting Unity. Button. On click on submit, and then there's got to be a public function here. So there's got to be like an on move, protected functions, static functions, operators, messages. No, none of these. Button. So variables on click. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so start new game. So this is going to be main menu. So this is going to be main menu, and then I'm going to have in here script main menu controller. My main menu button controller is going to look amazingly like my other one, except it's going to be a little bit, well, one more item in it. So I'm going to copy it almost wholesale and then rearrange a few things. So our game button controller is this one here, and I'm going to put that in there, and then take that out, put this in here, and then that's going to give me my main button controller there. And then I have my play game instructions, and then quit to OS. So play game, and then instructions. And then this is going to be instructions, and then last but not least, quit to OS, that there, and then play game is that, instructions is that, and then quit to OS is application. Actually, I think we can do application dot quit. So CryptoOS is just that, and then instructions is I kind of want to not load that scene there, but I'm going to choose game and then instructions. And then I think what I want to have is I want to have public scene controller or scene load controller, scene loader, and then this is going to be scene loader. Actually, I'm just going to do scene loader dot start game, and then scene loader dot show instructions. So I haven't done these yet, obviously, because I haven't got this one here. But if I go to main menu, add class, mono behavior, this one here, add, and then this gives me my mono behavior. I can now create these items in here. So generate method, and then generate method. And then this one is going to have public canvas group, menu, and then show instructions is just going to be start coroutine instructions, and then this is going to be start coroutine game. That means it's going to fade out the narrator. What am I doing? Start coroutines. Load scene. There we go. Load scene. Load scene. And system, and then I want to do float time equals 0 while time is less than 1f. Float alpha equals 0f, actually equals 1. Alpha minus equals time dot delta time, time plus equals time dot delta time. And then that's going to be main menu dot alpha equals alpha, return null, main menu dot alpha equals 0f, scene manager dot load scene name. So that'll do a nice fade out every time we click on the scene. Okay. So that's that there. Get rid of that. That's all our main button controllers done. So I want to grab these 3 buttons here and then add that component. So main button there, and then that needs a scene loader. So I'm going to create another game object here. Call it scene loader. Scene load controller, and then the main menu is the canvas, so that is main menu canvas, and then that takes in this one here. That doesn't have a canvas group on it. Canvas group, and that's that one there. Okay, so for each of these, it needs a scene loader. So the scene loader is going to be that. And did I add main menu button controller to all of these? Or full component. Scene loader, and then I need new game object here, create empty, and this is going to be button controller, main menu button controller. Okay, and then this one just needs the scene loader attached to it, which is that one there. So I've done this kind of slightly, I've done this two different ways. Again, you should be consistent across everything, but again, it's a jam. I'm just trying to show different ways how you can do things. Not everyone does everything the same way. Lord knows I get a lot of comments on my videos about why I shouldn't have done it that way. And you're right, it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of ways to do these things. So the button controller there. What I do want to add though is I want to add command bindings here to each one of these. And the target is the button controller. So that's the button controller. And then this is play game. So play game is there. Instructions is just instructions. And then the other one is quit to OS. So if I run this and then click on instructions, it does the fade out and then doesn't find instructions because I don't have any instructions. And if I click on start new game, it fades out and then brings me to the game. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to have a main camera. The background for that is going to be black as well, because when we fade out, I don't want anything to be shown. So start new game is going to fade everything out, which is right. Quit to OS. So quit to OS, I think we need to do the fade out as well. So I think we need to do scene loader quit, and we'll generate a method in there. And we'll call it start coroutine load scene, and we'll just load in a blank scene there, and then we'll say if string dot is null or empty scene name quit, else load the scene. So it's a bit of a hack, but if it's null or empty, then we're going to quit the game, and that should be that. Okay. Hopefully you can understand why I'm doing this, because I don't want to sit here and then click on here and then go to the button and then find the object and then click plus and then do all this stuff. It's a pain in the backside, to be honest. I much rather prefer doing things in code than that. So so what do we have here? So if I do quit to OS, it'll fade out and then it'll try and quit to OS, but of course it can't because I'm in the editor. So instructions will go there, and then start new game will go here. And what I want to do now is I want to have a fade up controller. So I'm going to create a fade up controller. So this is going to be inside scripts. And then this is going to be generic UI, I guess. I'm just going to put a main menu. It should really just be in menus, or you just call this UI, but whatever. Call this fade up controller. And then this is going to be, I think there's an on, where's this one? On scene loaded. How to use manager on scene loaded. Start on scene loaded to start. Okay, so void. The time I've finished that is done. Void awake in manager dot on scene loaded plus equals that. I'll do scene load. Public canvas group UI, or let's just call it canvas. Start coroutine fade up canvas. Numerator fade canvas. Someone needs to create a template for this. Collections public. No, private. Alpha equals 0f, while alpha is less than 1. Canvas dot alpha equals alpha. Alpha plus equals time dot delta time. Yield return null. Canvas dot alpha equals 1f. Okay. So that's my fade up, quick and dirty fade up canvas controller. Then in here I'm going to have another empty one here, so I'm going to do fade up menu, fade up controller, and then the canvas is my main menu canvas, and then my main menu canvas is now going to have an alpha of 0. Okay, so if you fade up and that button is active, then really your fade down scene load controller, your alpha is going to be the main menu's start alpha. Okay, so while alpha is greater than 0, I don't need time anymore, man. Okay. So if you get in there quick and then don't bother waiting. So that's that there. Fade down, start the game, okay. Missing exception. Okay, what's that saying? You just try you're trying to access it. I am going to do start enumerator yield return new wait 4 seconds. So I'm going to wait for 5 seconds. It's another total hack, but whatever. I'm going to add that there, and then get rid of that. Okay, so just when it starts, it waits for half a second, and then it fades everything up. And in that way, I'm not worried about events or anything like that, because the problem is I've added the the way I did it there was I added the event handler, and because the scene loads, it moves on to the next scene. Every object in the other scene has been unloaded, so it tries to access that object, and because the object has been unloaded, I get an object reference error. So there you go. Start new game, and then I won't get an error down here now anymore. Okay. So waiting for the supply ship. Start new game. Okay. And then for the game, open scene. Game, I'm going to do the same thing as well. I'm going to make that black background as well. So I want to go into scenes, menu. So waiting for the supply ship. Start new game. Okay, so now we're in here. I keep pressing the arrow keys. Of course, the arrow keys don't work, which means I really should add the arrow keys. Because if I keep pressing the arrow keys, someone else is going to keep pressing the arrow keys. And I need to find my, where's my, oh, he's way down there. Oh, it's a nightmare, a nightmare. And here, there's another battery. Battery, there we go. So I need to pad that out as well because that went single figures there. Okay, still a bit to do, but you know, getting there. But I think I'm gonna end the stream there. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time.